Hello and welcome to week 10 and also a little preview of week 11 and 12 for EDT 520. On the home screen there is just a reminder here about our upcoming Adobe Connect. Again, looking for folks to either join the 3:30 to 5 or the 7 to 8:30. If you're switching sessions, not a problem, just let me know so I'll be sure to look for you at the right time. You can just send me an email if you need to switch. On Thursday morning, I'll send an email with the link and the slides as well for that session. So thank you for the work that you've done on sort of the teaching and learning practices and thinking about how to build learner inquiry into your work. What we're going to do now is kind of flip and start to apply some of those very same ideas to your own practice as an educator in the professional practice unit. So in that unit right now, you will see that there is kind of the essential question for the unit. How might we use knowledge of andragogy and pedagogy to enhance our ability to leverage educational technology for teaching and learning? And andragogy, keep in mind, is the art and science of teaching adults, whereas pedagogy is the art and science of teaching children. For some of you, this will be a new split to think about. So you'll find the links to the Google Docs for the week. And then 3 of the readings that you'll need in the first week, they're all pretty brief, easy to read, are also loaded here. So you will need to check those out. So in week 10, the goal really is for us to build some foundation of what is andragogy, how is it different than pedagogy, and to think about how are adult learners different than kids, and then how are they the same? So there are 4 readings, this teal fact sheet on adult learning theories, the 3 that are loaded in Blackboard. And then there is a video here from Daniel Pink about his take on his book, so this again builds from the learner inquiry we did, but now we're going to think about it in terms of how do we have inquiry as adults, and how do we learn, and then how do we leverage that when we're trying to move a team or a district or parents or administrators towards greater use of tools. So this week the main assignment is a journal. The one thing that makes this journal different than the one that you submitted before is that you can read the questions here. There's sort of 3 sections: about me, connecting and acting, and next steps. And you'll submit it to me, but then what will happen is that I will be sharing it to a small group of your peers. And you can see who that team will be, and I'll walk you through in Google Classroom how that's going to happen. And then the second part will be the journal peer engagement. And for that, you'll be working with the group that I've got you in here. So again, timely work is really important here for your group to be able to make progress as well. So the first journal will be due next Monday night. Then your peer engagement will be due the following week. And then your professional inquiry project is going to be due in 3 weeks' time now. And you'll notice from the point value that this is a big assignment. So again, I want you to start looking ahead, to start thinking about what am I going to do this project on. And for this project, it's really wide open. It's to give you some time and space to think about some new learning you'd like to have so that you can bring it to your classroom. It needs to connect to at least one of the course questions, and it needs to allow you to demonstrate achievement of at least 2 of the course outcomes. And so again, there's some inspiration here around the kind of ideas. You might be doing something with Genius Hour, you might be doing more with Twitter, you might be doing some coding, you might think about visiting out to a fabrication lab or a maker space somewhere in Maine. There's a lot of them. This is one of them in Biddeford, to get a sense of what's happening in those other spaces. You might look at micro-credentials, you might design some micro-credentials, you might do a mystery Skype activity. You'll see there's some here, but even better than any of the ones on the list is really for you to think about how do you want to use that time. You can take a look at kind of what's the required. There's some past assignments here that I've shared. There is the disclaimer note there that I change this assignment each time I offer the course, so you should address these questions up here. The ones down here may have been slightly different questions, or but they'll give you some inspiration for kind of where this is going. So again, it's a big project. Hopefully it will allow you to really start to think about launching into some of these ideas. I look forward to working with you, and I look forward to touching base with everyone on Thursday. Thanks so much.